Christine, I consider you the best in the country when it comes to community-based midwifery and that mentorship, that relationship. You guys have phenomenal resources. And my bias is always like the business education side and the
Yes.
professional development side, because in schools, nobody is teaching, in any health industry. It doesn't matter if it's midwives, nurse practitioners, physicians, acupuncture, chiropractor. Nobody's teaching business. Nobody's teaching self-care. Nobody's teaching
Right.
the other side that's so essential to being successful, long-term, healthy practitioners.
I know.
Christine is phenomenal with what I wanted to talk about today. I've been to lots of conferences this fall and talking to hundreds of midwives all over the country. And there was a very consistent theme happening with clinicals, with the students and the preceptors. And Christine, I consider you the best in the country when it comes to community-based midwifery and that mentorship, that relationship. You guys have phenomenal resources to help with learning styles and personalities and putting people together. And it's a business partnership short term, because this is your private practice and this is a student. They're going to be working for you. They're going to be involved. Your reputation is on the line with these students. And so we have to think differently. I mean, it was so much negative. I rarely heard a little rare gem of positive clinical preceptorship. I think part of it is just the tension happening across the country, the burnout rate of the midwives, how many are retiring, the demands are through the roof, the students can't find clinical sites, they feel like slave labor. So I would love for you, Christine, to kind of expand on what you've been seeing and what you've been suggesting to people to fix these challenges.
Yeah. And it is such a big challenge. And I think, there's such a good spirit in the community about home birth and out of hospital birth and midwifery within, the client base, right? But the problem is midwives are just so burned out. It's shocking to me that this is something that we are struggling so hard with right now. I just found out this morning that a midwife in my community who is younger than me had a stroke last week. A stroke. She was in the ICU. And there is no doubt in my mind that it's because of how stressed that her life is, And I think, when you look at that, it's no big surprise that midwives are burned out. They put too much on themselves. And so I think there's kind of two parts to kind of helping with burnout, but also helping with, in some ways, I think the biggest way to solve the burnout crisis with midwifery is to have more new midwives and to really grow midwifery. That's the only way you really do it is by training more good midwives, right? And
but it needs to be healthy clinical sites. I mean, that's the vicious cycle we're in. We're in this little funneling, and we need to expand and compound out. But how do we create healthy clinical sites when the midwives are burned out? That is the crutch of it all.
Yes. So I think we have to simultaneously take care of the burnout problem, which is directly related to the problem with students and not being able to get students or keep students, or students quit, or they're just unhappy and they don't learn what they need to learn. And part of this is midwives don't do a good job of treating themselves well, right? They take too many clients because, like we've talked about many times, that scarcity mindset where you are like, I need all the clients. And
well, I even think it's post-COVID, a combination of there's not a lot of options and their stories or their situations. And they just I get it. You deserve a home birth. Everybody deserves a home birth.
Yes.
So it's a combination of the scarcity and worry, especially when they're a new practice, just taking whatever they can, but also that love and heart and passion we have as midwives that everybody deserves an amazing home birth.
Yes. Yeah. And that's not wrong. And it's not wrong, but also, yes, everyone that wants a home birth deserves a home birth. Like I 100%.